The video captures a couple stepping onto a centrifuge-style amusement ride. They strap in expecting the usual adrenaline rush that comes with fast spins and sudden swings. At first, everything seems routine. The operator starts the ride and gives it a push to help it gain momentum, but almost immediately, something feels off. The swinging motion picks up speed faster than expected, and it's clear this ride isn't going to plan. What begins as a thrill quickly turns into a tense and unpredictable moment. The ride is supposed to swing back and forth before gradually building up to full 360-degree loops. But in this case, something clearly goes wrong. Instead of slowing down between cycles, it speeds up. The couple is trapped in their seats as the arm spins faster and faster, well beyond what seems normal. Rides like this can subject passengers to dangerously high G-forces. The faster it spins, the more pressure builds on the body. At a certain point, these forces can cause blood to pool in the lower half of the body, cutting off oxygen to the brain. If the braking system fails and the ride keeps accelerating, the risk of serious harm rises fast. This is where a thrill can turn into something far more dangerous. A trail camera set up near a quiet campsite captures something no one expected. The footage starts out normal, just another calm night in the woods. Nothing out of place, nothing unusual, but that changes fast. Suddenly, something massive moves into view. A large predator creeping through the darkness comes shockingly close to the campsite. The encounter is quick but chilling, and it's all caught on camera. During the day, a small dog runs playfully around the campsite, completely unaware of the danger that's not far off. But as night falls, the mood shifts. The light fades and the forest grows still. Then out of the darkness, a massive grizzly bear appears. It wanders through the campsite slowly, passing disturbingly close to the tent. At several points, it comes within just a few feet of where the campers are likely sleeping. Thankfully, the bear doesn't linger. It moves on without causing harm, but the close call is hard to ignore. Ian, a 30-year-old content creator who runs the YouTube channel Ian on YouTube, has been documenting his life and adventures for nearly a decade. His videos range from casual workday vlogs to more daring escapades after dark. But on January 18th, 2024, Ian uploaded a video unlike anything he had shared before, a chilling account of a stealth camping experience that took a terrifying turn. For those unfamiliar, stealth camping involves sleeping overnight in a vehicle or tent in places not meant for camping, like parking lots, while trying to remain unnoticed. It's done for a variety of reasons: necessity, curiosity, or simply for the thrill. But the risk is clear. When you're hidden in plain sight, you're vulnerable to anything or anyone that might be lurking nearby. On the night of January 16th, 2024, Ian decided to stealth camp in the parking lot of a McDonald's in Palm Springs, California. Having camped in far worse conditions before, from downpours to sandstorms, he figured this night would be uneventful. He set up his vehicle and settled in for the night, lying in the back of his car ready to sleep. But just as he was dozing off, something jolted him awake. The unmistakable sound of someone trying to open his car door, again and again. Startled, Ian shot up, heart racing. He peered through the fogged up windows to see who or what was outside, and that's where things took a turn.
What's going on, man? What's going on? What's up? What's up, man? What's going on? What are you doing?
There was a man standing silently outside the passenger door. He didn't knock, he didn't speak, just stood there, his hand still on the door handle as if waiting for it to open. He just stared, motionless. The stillness made it worse. There was no aggression, no urgency, just a chilling calm. Ian, still groggy but alert, called out to him. Once, then again, louder. "Can I help you?" But the man never responded, not a word.
Hey, bro. What's up? What you doing, man? Ain't weird, bro.
Despite his rising panic, Ian stayed calm and made the smart choice. He kept his doors locked and quietly started his engine. He eased his car into a more secluded spot in the parking lot, hoping to avoid further attention. But it didn't end there. Just minutes later, Ian spotted the same man again, wandering through the lot, peering between vehicles as if searching for something or someone. It became clear the man might be trying to find Ian's car. At that point, Ian didn't take any chances. He pulled out of the lot entirely and drove to a completely different location, far enough away to feel safe. There, he managed to get a few hours of sleep. Still, the questions lingered. Who was that man? What was he really trying to do? Why didn't he say anything, even when Ian spoke directly to him? Ian never posted a follow-up. No extra footage, no theories. The video's description gave no new details, so all we can do is speculate. Some believe the man may have been mentally ill, lost in his own world, unaware of his actions. That would explain his silence, his stillness, and his decision to simply walk away when confronted. But a darker theory feels more plausible. Maybe the man was trying to break in, thinking the car was empty, and when Ian's voice startled him, he played it cool, pretending to be confused or harmless to avoid escalating the situation. It's possible he was hoping to steal the car, or worse, maybe he knew Ian was inside and had far more sinister intentions. His behavior also hinted at possible drug use. His silence, wandering, and persistence could all point to someone not in their right mind, which would have made him even more unpredictable and dangerous. Whatever the truth, Ian was lucky. He trusted his instincts, stayed locked in, and got out before anything worse could happen. This next video was captured by a Ring camera mounted outside a home. At first, everything seems calm. Young ones are playing in the yard, laughing and running around like any other afternoon. Nothing appears out of the ordinary, but then something happens that changes the mood in an instant. The camera catches a moment that's both unexpected and deeply unsettling, enough to make your stomach drop. Watch this.
Gabe, it was even scarier because they were Mexican. Gabe! Get your mom, get your mom, get your mom! Someone trying to kidnap us! They kidnapped my car! Assholes are coming! Someone trying to kidnap Jay! What they ask? There's oh my god! Jonathan, Ben! Bro! Oh my god! Bro, he just tried to abduct us!
The video begins with a car pulling up quietly near a group of youngsters playing outside. At first, it doesn't raise much concern until one of the doors opens. A person inside the vehicle steps out and starts moving toward one of the young ones. It quickly becomes clear this isn't just someone passing by. Something is wrong. In a flash, the other children notice and race to get help. They call out to the mother, who runs outside without hesitation. The moment she appears, the situation changes. The person backs off, gets into the car, and speeds away. Thankfully, no one is harmed, but the incident is a powerful reminder of how fast things can go from ordinary to dangerous, and why staying aware and acting quickly can make all the difference. A shocking video captures the moment a small tanker truck carrying pressurized flammable gas suddenly malfunctions. What starts as a routine scene turns chaotic in seconds. The tank experiences a catastrophic failure, releasing its contents with explosive force. The pressure sends the entire vehicle hurtling forward, no longer functioning as a truck, but as a makeshift rocket on wheels. It's a violent and dangerous chain reaction that shows just how volatile these types of transports can be when something goes wrong. The incident appears to have started when a tank, likely containing liquid natural gas, failed under pressure. The rear end of the tank gave way suddenly, blasting open and violently releasing its contents. That release didn't just cause a mess, it launched the entire truck nearly 50 meters down the road. Moments later, the gas ignited. a wall of fire erupted behind the truck, lighting up the scene in an instant. Events like this can happen for a number of reasons: overpressurization, structural damage, or even a malfunctioning pressure relief valve. If the tank can't vent properly, pressure builds until something gives. Cryogenic liquids like LNG are especially dangerous in these situations. When exposed to air, they expand rapidly, creating an explosive burst of force strong enough to launch heavy objects with terrifying speed. Snow cornices freak me out. If you are skiing or mountaineering, they're one of the scariest things you can run into, that or falling into a hidden crevice. The others rush over to see, but all they can make out is a blur of falling snow and debris. You can't see the drop, but you know it's there. Snow cornices are no joke. These ledges of overhanging snow look solid, but can collapse without warning. Step too close and you might take the whole thing down with you. They're one of the biggest risks for skiers and mountaineers, and everyone's taught to stay well back. In this next video, a tree cutting event is underway in what looks like a small town square. A crowd has gathered to watch. People stand at a distance, some filming, expecting to see the big tree fall without trouble. But not everything goes according to plan. As the work begins, it's clear that something is off. The cut doesn't go quite as intended, and the tree starts to lean the wrong way. What should have been a controlled fall quickly turns tense. Watch how it all transpires and how quickly a routine task can take a dangerous turn. In the video, the tree begins to fall toward the crowd, and panic sets in instantly. People scatter in every direction, running to get out of the way. At first, the tree looks like it's going to fall in one predictable direction, but then the tension shifts at the stump, and the trunk veers off course mid-fall. The massive tree comes crashing down and shatters on impact, landing directly between two men who were trying to escape. Somehow, both men walk away without a scratch. It's a lucky outcome, and a clear reminder how dangerous tree cutting can be, especially in crowded places. In March of 2025, South camping YouTuber Daniel Mark Brown set out for what was supposed to be a peaceful overnight stay in the woodlands near Austria, England. His plan was straightforward: follow one of the region's many hiking trails, then veer off into the forest to find a hidden spot to camp undisturbed. It worked better than he anticipated. Within minutes, he had discovered a perfectly secluded area surrounded by thick brush and trees, entirely out of sight. After dropping off his gear, Daniel made his way into a nearby river to cook dinner and take in the quiet scenery. The sun began to set by the time he returned to his hidden spot, and with the trail nearly deserted, he felt a calming sense of isolation. He rolled out his sleeping bag, zipped himself in, and drifted off to sleep, completely unaware that his night was about to take a terrifying turn. Roughly 90 minutes later, Daniel was jolted awake. Something or someone was moving outside his tent.
I've 100% been spotted. Right, I'm trying to keep calm and keeping calm. I'm almost too scared to breathe here. I think a dog or something just came in.
It wasn't an animal. The footsteps were too deliberate, too slow. Then came the sounds of twigs snapping. Someone was there. Daniel awoke to the sharp crack of a branch breaking just a few feet away, followed by the unmistakable glow of a flashlight. Daniel mustered the courage to slowly unzip his sleeping bag, careful not to make noise. He inched toward the edge of his tent and carefully peeked for a small gap in the fabric.
Oh, that's right. They're looking straight at me. I'm trying not to panic.
At this point, Daniel's nerves were shot. His mind raced with possibilities. Was it a hiker, a local, or someone with far worse intentions? With the flashlight now aimed directly at his tent, illuminating him through the thin fabric, he felt exposed, cornered. He knew staying silent wouldn't help, so he called out, "Hey, is someone there?" No response.
Hello?
They haven't been about. I haven't seen a single light now for maybe 5-10 minutes. I don't even know. I've been just trying to keep as calm as possible. But when they walked off and the light went out, I don't even know which direction they were. But somewhere in that direction. I'll forget it. Let's just go.
Daniel sat there for minutes unmoving, listening for footsteps, but all he heard was a wind in the branches. The figure was never seen again. The encounter shook Daniel to his core. Without wasting a second, he packed up his gear as fast as he could, barely taking the time to roll up his sleeping bag or secure his supplies properly. His only focus was getting out of the woods, but the thought kept circling in his mind. If the person with the flashlight had malicious intent, then leaving might have been the most dangerous part of all. The way the figure had refused to respond, then calmly turned off their flashlight and vanished, was unnerving. It didn't feel random, it felt intentional, like someone was watching, waiting, maybe to rob him or worse. Still, there's a chance it was all a misunderstanding. Maybe it was just someone out walking a dog or cutting through the woods late at night, and when they heard Daniel's voice call out from the darkness, they panicked too and fled. But there's also the darker possibility that whoever it was had been trying to sneak up on Daniel, only backing off when they realized they'd been caught. Whatever the truth may be, Daniel didn't stick around to find out. He made it back to safety without seeing the person again, and though nothing happened physically, the experience left a deep impression, a reminder that when you're alone in the woods, sometimes the scariest thing out there is another person. This next clip was shared on Reddit by user SHOUTOUT4294, and it's definitely one of the stranger ones. At first it looks like a normal video, but then they catch something peculiar. In the video, two massive ships appear to be hovering above the ocean, like they're floating in midair. It looks surreal, almost like something out of a sci-fi movie, but the explanation is rooted in science. What you're seeing is likely a fata morgana, a rare type of mirage that forms just above the horizon. It happens when light bends as it passes through layers of air with different temperatures. These kinds of illusions are usually spotted over open water or wide flat areas like deserts. They can make ships, islands, or other distant objects look stretched, distorted, or in this case, completely airborne. On February 11th, 2024, stealth camping YouTuber Brendan Explores uploaded what was meant to be a simple overnight video, but it quickly turned into something far more unsettling. His destination, the small coastal village of Jaywick, England. Jaywick has long held a bleak title, the most deprived town in all of England. With high unemployment, crumbling infrastructure, and limited opportunities, the area has developed a rough reputation, often associated with crime and poverty. But Brendan wasn't there to judge. He wanted to see it for himself, beyond the headlines and statistics. At first, the visit felt peaceful. Brendan admired the natural beauty around the village, the sea breeze, open skies, and a certain quiet charm that contradicted its infamy. But things took a turn once he started scouting for a place to park his van for the night. He eventually settled on what seemed like a quiet parking lot. It felt removed enough to stay unnoticed and seemed safe at first. But as the sun dipped behind the horizon, warning signs started to appear. Locals roamed nearby with portable speakers blaring gangster rap. Groups of people on bikes or foot circled the area more than once. And then came the street racers. Out of nowhere, a group of modified cars tore down the road directly in front of the parking lot, engines roaring, tires screeching, bass shaking the ground. This wasn't just harmless showing off, it felt territorial, like an unspoken message. He couldn't shake the uneasy feeling that he was being watched. Being the only vehicle left made him an obvious target, especially if someone nearby was looking for an easy opportunity. After weighing his options, Brendan made the call to leave. He figured a more secluded, out-of-the-way location would be safer, so he drove down a narrow dirt trail until he found a remote spot. No houses, no passing cars, no lights, just open countryside and silence. At first it seemed peaceful. He parked, locked the doors, and tried to get some sleep. But around 2:30 a.m., roughly 4 hours later, Brendan was jolted awake by the sound of crunching footsteps outside his van. Slow, methodical. Someone was walking around his vehicle, alone, in total darkness, miles from anyone.
I think someone's outside the van. +2.
The individual would then try and open the door.
Someone just tried the door.
Before Brandon could process anything, this transpired.
Hey!
Without warning, they shattered the passenger side window of Brendan's van, sending a blast of glass into the night. The sound alone was enough to jolt him into full alert. In the video's description, Brendan speculated the person may have been trying to steal the small refrigerator sitting on his passenger seat. Whether that was a real target or not, one thing was clear: the moment Brendan made noise, the intruder ran. That suggests it was likely a crime of opportunity, someone looking for an easy grab, not a confrontation. But how did they even find him out there? Brendan believes they may have followed him from town. That theory isn't far-fetched. If someone had noticed him leaving the parking lot alone and quietly tailed him, they could have waited until the most vulnerable moment to strike. As one viewer chillingly commented under the video, "When you said you found the perfect quiet spot down a pitch black lane with nobody around for miles, I was absolutely terrified. How you managed to fall asleep amazes me. If it had been a few guys with hoods pulled down and weapons, you wouldn't have stood a chance." Thankfully, nothing worse happened that night. The encounter left Brendan shaken. Instead of trying to sleep again, he started the van and drove through the night, through the darkness, until the sun came up and he made it back home. It was the right move. He continues to make stealth camping videos to this day, but the experience changed him. Now he's far more cautious, especially when it comes to camping in remote or isolated areas, because in stealth camping, the biggest threat isn't the weather, it's who might be watching when you think no one is. On July 15, 2022, YouTuber The Abandoned Camper uploaded a video documenting her stealth camping experience in a long-forgotten cemetery dating back to the 1800s. At first, everything seemed perfectly ordinary. She found a secluded clearing hidden among dense foliage, set up her gear, and settled in for what she expected to be another quiet overnight stay. To pass the time before nightfall, she decided to explore the overgrown cemetery grounds. But as she filmed the worn and weathered gravestones, something strange happened. She began to hear what sounded like young ones screaming in the distance. She had assumed she was completely alone in the cemetery, tucked away in a forgotten corner of history, but that assumption was quickly shattered as she made her way back to camp. She spotted a group of kids in the distance, partially obscured by the trees. They weren't just passing through, they seemed to be watching her. It became clear they likely knew she was there all along.
So if you can't tell, it's pretty dark here, right now, but there are kids here, like young kids, in the cemetery. And I'm wondering how active this place actually is. Do people come here at night and kind of party in the forest or something? That dog kind of ruined it. Not ruined it, I shouldn't say that. The dog barking, I didn't want to disturb anybody, especially since I'm not supposed to be here. So I think I'll finish my exploring tomorrow morning. And because there seems to be still a lot of stuff here. See? Hear them? I think they know I'm here. That's not good.
By this point, she was fairly certain the kids had noticed her and were deliberately trying to mess with her. Distant screaming, the sudden appearance, it all felt too coordinated to be random. Still, she kept her camera rolling just in case anything else happened. On her way back, she remained cautious, frequently checking over her shoulder to make sure she wasn't being followed.
I'm gonna keep this recording, just in case. But I'm also gonna stop and find out what they're doing, if they're actually watching me or not. Well, I can see them. I just don't want them to see where I'm going. Okay. I think they're gone.
Back at her stealth campsite, she tried to shake off the unease and focused on preparing dinner. She had lit a small fire to cook her food, hoping to settle in for the night. But that decision quickly backfired. Not long after the fire was lit, she began to hear faint voices echoing through the trees, followed by the sound of footsteps approaching through the forest. Whoever it was, they were getting closer.
There are people walking around back here. They don't have headlamps on, but like I said in my last video, I do not like being around people in the middle of a forest, especially when it's dark out. So I might pack up and get out of here when I think the coast is clear.
What the kids were actually planning remains a mystery and likely always will. Rather than waiting to find out, she made the smart decision to avoid any potential danger. She quietly packed up her gear, extinguished the fire, and slipped out of the cemetery under the cover of darkness, careful not to make a sound. Whatever their intentions were, she wasn't going to stick around to find out. What would you do in that situation? WWE superstar Dominic Mysterio won main roster singles gold for the first time in his career at WrestleMania 41. He knocked off Penta, Braun Breaker, and fellow Judgment Day member Finn Balor to become IC champion. Later, he was in the back of a golf cart, escorting him out before a fan stepped in front. What happens next is insane. It appears the fan did this on purpose, trying to get a lawsuit. I don't know if the fan went through with it, but knowing WWE, they didn't lose if it went to court. But seriously, fans, don't do this. A mountain biker's headcam captures the moment he approaches a narrow, rocky trail. The ground is steep, uneven, and unforgiving. There's barely enough space for his tires to grip. On one side, a sheer drop into the canyon. On the other, solid rock. It's the kind of trail that leaves no room for mistakes. One wrong move and you're gone. Videos like this show just how risky extreme mountain biking can be. Loose rocks, steep climbs, and trails that hug the edge of a cliff leave no room for error. Riding at high elevation, sometimes hundreds of feet above the canyon floor, takes serious skill and focus. One wrong move and it's a long, dangerous fall. Ellie and Graham are an elderly couple from the UK who travel the country in their camper van, documenting their adventures on YouTube. In November 2022, they were on one of their trips when an emergency forced them to head home unexpectedly. However, they were too far away to make the journey in one day. After searching online, they found a stealth camping spot on the outskirts of a town called Altrincham. It was a small car park, but pressed for time, they had no other option but to stay there for the night, planning to continue their journey the next morning. What they didn't anticipate was that this would become the most frightening experience of their entire camping journey. By the time they arrived, it was already dark. They parked the van, settled in, and went to sleep around 11 p.m. But at 1 a.m., they were suddenly woken by loud music blaring from a nearby car. The noise stopped shortly after, so they brushed it off and tried to get back to sleep. That's when they heard a sudden, violent bang against their own van, so loud they initially thought a tree had fallen on them. They rushed outside to see what had happened, and this was a shocking sight they encountered.
Just can't believe it. We've just been woken up with a loud bang, and you dropped something on the floor there. Or was that glass? 2 bricks, and someone's just smashed Merlin's windows while we were sleeping. So no, we don't recommend this as a place to stop. They smashed the windscreen, but Graham's hoping he can drive with that. But here's us in the middle of nowhere, with a broken window and a cracked windscreen, 200 miles from home.
After inspecting the area, Ellie and Graham found 3 bricks scattered around their damaged van. The windshield had been cracked, the passenger side window was completely smashed, and a large dent was left just behind the sliding door. But even more unsettling than the physical damage was the emotional toll. Both were left deeply shaken. There was a chilling thought that lingered. What if the attack had been employed to force them out of the safety of their locked van? Hours went by with no one approaching. No one attempted to break in and no follow-up. Yet the silence didn't bring peace. It only deepened their fear. They'd been targeted in a deliberate, violent act. but had no idea what was behind it or what their motive could have been. Later that night, they spoke to a family parked in another camper van nearby. That family told them they heard screeching tires immediately after the attack, confirming that the perpetrator had fled by car. What's more, the fact that there had only been one loud impact noise, despite 3 separate bricks being thrown, suggested this was likely a coordinated attack, possibly involving at least 3 people throwing bricks at the same time. But why target an elderly couple only to flee without taking anything or saying a word? If the intent was simply to scare campers away, why was the other van left completely alone? There were no answers, no suspects, no clues, just a terrifying, unprovoked assault that remains unexplained to this day. The incident left Ellie and Graham too frightened to ever try stealth camping again, but in time, they recovered from the experience, and today they're back on the road, continuing their adventures with a bit more caution and a lot more awareness. This next clip takes us to Mount Ibu, one of Indonesia's most active volcanoes. Located on Halmahera Island in the North Maluku province, it's known for its regular eruptions and unpredictable activity. Since November last year, Mount Ibu and several neighboring volcanoes have been erupting off and on, creating a tense situation for both residents and travelers. The footage you're about to see comes from people who were right there as it happened. Some were climbing the volcano when it began to erupt, while others captured it from safer ground below. The result is a dramatic compilation of raw and filtered moments as nature shows its full power. Mount Ibu's latest eruption sent a massive column of lava and thick black smoke high into the air, soaring above the peak and visible for kilometers. Indonesia's geological agency reported lava flow stretching up to 2 kilometers from the crater. The eruption was powerful, but no new evacuation orders were issued. However, people living or visiting within a 5.5-kilometer radius were strongly urged to leave the area. Officials also warned residents to wear masks and other protective gear to reduce health risks from falling ash. Mount Ibu remains one of Indonesia's most active volcanoes. Just last year, it erupted more than 2,000 times, a clear sign of the ongoing threat these volcanoes pose to nearby communities. A woman is filming herself before this crazy incident transpires. As the woman records herself, a man appears in the background, slowly walking in her direction. The moment he spots the camera, he stops. Without saying a word, he turns and quickly walks away. It isn't until later, when she plays back the footage, that she realizes just how strange the moment really was. Sometimes, a simple act of recording is enough to change someone's mind. Cameras can serve as powerful deterrents, forcing people to think twice when they know they're being watched. It's hard not to wonder how that moment might have played out if she hadn't been filming. A minivan is driving down a dark road at night when it comes to a sudden stop. A large tree has fallen, completely blocking the way forward. The driver slows down, unsure what to do next. Then, out of the shadows, figures begin to appear, walking straight toward the vehicle. The driver picks up on the danger almost instantly. Without hesitation, they shift the van into reverse and start backing away fast. Just beyond the headlights, a group of figures stands near the fallen tree. It's starting to look less like a random accident and more like a trap. Situations like this aren't unheard of. In some areas, criminals place obstacles in the road on purpose. They want you to stop. They want you boxed in. Once the vehicle is still, the people inside become easy targets. But this time, quick thinking made all the difference. The driver didn't wait around to find out what would happen next. That decision may have saved their life. This next clip has been circulating online for some time, drawing attention for all the wrong reasons. It's not just the footage itself that stays with you, it's a story behind it. There's real tragedy tied to what you're about to watch. Observe.
Ребята, ушла быстрее! Быстрее все сюда! Все сюда! О! Туда, Юра, Юра, туда! Юра, туда! Юра, туда, Юрка, вот так!
Блять, туда, вниз.
At Lake Utoya, just south of St. Petersburg, a religious ritual turned tragic. 40-year-old lawyer Anna Isova took part in a traditional ice swimming ceremony, stepping into a cutout in the frozen lake as her two children, ages 10 and 14, watched nearby. The air was bitterly cold, around -5 degrees Celsius, and the surface of the lake was thick with ice. Moments after entering the water, Anna was swept away by a hidden current beneath the surface. Her children screamed for help as she disappeared under the ice and never came back up. Rescuers arrived quickly and launched a search, but she couldn't escape the freezing depths. Recovery efforts are still underway. This heartbreaking incident is a stark reminder how dangerous winter ice swimming can be, even with planning and tradition behind it. One hidden current is all it takes to turn a sacred moment into devastating loss. A video taken inside a passenger plane captures a terrifying moment just minutes before landing in South Korea. Passengers are seated, bracing themselves as wind roars through the cabin. Loose items flutter in the air. In the corner of the frame, you can just barely see it. The plane's doors somehow open mid-flight. Authorities later arrested a 33-year-old passenger for opening the door while the plane was still flying, roughly 600 feet above the ground. At cruising altitude, opening a plane door is nearly impossible. The difference in cabin pressure keeps it sealed shut, but as the plane descends, the pressure inside and outside the cabin begins to equalize. That's when opening the door becomes physically possible. Even then, doing so is extremely dangerous. A strange sight lit up the night sky over southern Canada, and one man caught it all on camera. Thomas Parsons shared a video and a set of photos to Facebook showing what he saw above Ottawa, and it's hard to explain. The footage captures something unusual moving across the sky, and it's left a lot of people wondering what exactly they're looking at. The video shows a peculiar glowing orb. Thomas Parsons says this isn't the first time he's seen something strange in the sky. He often takes walks late at night during the summer, and this marks the third time in 3 years he spotted a glowing orb, always near the same light rail construction site. Whatever it is, it keeps coming back. Parsons tried to capture the glowing orb on video using his phone, but something strange happened. The recording stopped on its own just 8 seconds in. He quickly switched to taking photos instead. The orb hovered silently in place for nearly 20 minutes, its color slowly shifting from white to deep unsettling red. Then, just as quietly as it arrived, it vanished without a sound. As soon as the orb disappeared, the silence broke. Neighborhood dogs started barking, and the usual night sounds, birds, insects, returned like someone flipped a switch. Adding another layer to the mystery, Parsons said his phone grew noticeably hot during the encounter. It warmed up significantly while he was trying to record, something he hadn't experienced before. With so many strange objects showing up in the skies lately, this one just adds to the growing list of unexplained sightings, each one raising more questions than answers. A man stands at his kitchen sink, talking to the camera. He is explaining how his headlamp suddenly exploded while he was using it. As he speaks, the same headlamp resting nearby starts sparking again. Then, right there on camera, it bursts into flames a second time.
My God, my headlamp just blew up on my head. Oh my God! Look at this. Holy shit. Oh my God. It just blew up again. Look at this. It felt like I got punched in the back of the head when it first blew, and I reached up and threw it off my head and burnt the hell out of my hands. The first finger's the worst. Can't really see it. That finger got cooked too. Oh my God. And then it just blew up again on the counter. I can't believe this. Oh, this hurts. My God. Holy shit. Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh, this hurts. Oh, I can't believe this thing. Oh, my God. Oh my God. I am thankful I had this thing on, even though I got hurt. Because if that wasn't on my head and I wasn't home, it would have burnt my house down. It absolutely would have burnt my house down, for sure. I can't believe that. Holy shit.
He keeps recording as the fire flashes to life, catching the entire moment on video. Fires like this are usually the result of a battery failure. Most of the time it's linked to overheating, overcharging, or damage to the lithium-ion cells inside. When a battery gets punctured or its internal parts short circuit, it can trigger what's known as thermal runaway. That's when heat builds up so quickly that the battery can catch fire or even explode. These types of failures aren't extremely common, but they're not rare either. They tend to happen more often with cheaply made devices or electronics that have already been damaged. That's why it's important to stick with high-quality batteries and chargers. And if a device starts to feel unusually hot, swell up, or act strange, don't take chances. Stop using it right away. This next video was posted to TikTok by user DreadLim21. She's lying in bed next to her sister and casually starts filming their dog, who's curled up right between them. It seems like a quite ordinary moment until something strange happens on camera. What was supposed to be a simple, cozy moment turned into something far more unsettling. Without realizing it, the TikToker may have captured something strange in the background, something that doesn't quite belong. Watch closely. There's more to this clip than meets the eye. Right as she moves the camera, something strange comes into view at the foot of the bed, a pale ghost-like face. It's easy to miss in real time, but if you slow the footage down, the details become clearer. The face looks thin, almost hollow, and it's only visible for a blink before it vanishes, just long enough to leave you wondering what you really saw. So what do you make of it? Take another look at the video and see if you can catch anything unusual. Think you know what that was at the foot of the bed? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This next video takes us to a city that once stood at the heart of American history, the place where the Declaration of Independence and the US Constitution were signed. But what you'll see now paints a very different picture. The footage captures the city in a state of decline, showing streets and buildings that have seen far better days. Watch closely. Philadelphia is one of the oldest cities in America, a place deeply tied to the country's founding. It played a central role in shaping U.S. history and was once among the nation's largest and most thriving cities. But today, the contrast is hard to ignore. Scenes of people collapse on sidewalks or using drugs out in the open have become a familiar sight. It's just one part of a larger issue facing cities across the country. Many see this not as an isolated crisis, but as a sign of something deeper, an unraveling of the culture, systems, and stability that once defined one of the world's greatest powers. You don't need a degree in weather science to know that standing in open water with a metal pole during a thunderstorm is a terrible idea, but for some reason, these two didn't seem to get the message. They're out in the water, pole in hand, as dark clouds roll in. At first, everything looks fine, but then lightning strikes the surface. One of them jerks back in pain as the current shoots straight up his arm. Take a look. Even after getting jolted by lightning, the man stays in the water and keeps fishing like nothing happened. But nature doesn't let it slide a second time. A stronger surge hits, and that's finally enough to change his mind. He gives up and heads for shore, hopefully with a little more respect for the storm than when he started. A TikToker who goes by the name Visetti has been documenting a string of strange events inside the convenience store where he works. From flickering lights to objects moving on their own, he's managed to catch some of it on camera. Take a look at what he's recorded. You might start to wonder what's really going on after hours. At one point in the footage, a refrigerator door slowly swings open without anyone near it.
Now, come on, man. Oh, I'm not playing. Oh my God, what the fuck?
When he moves in for a better look, the camera picks up something unexpected. A shadowy figure, quick and hard to make out, appears in the frame.
Oh my God, what the fuck? There's nobody in this store, dude. It's freaking me out, bro.
Since he believes no one else is in the store, he bolts straight into the fridge to check it out. But when he searches the area, there is nothing there. No movement, no sign of anyone, just empty space, and more questions than answers.
Nobody in this fucking store, dude. It's freaking me out, bro. It's freaking me out, bro. Come on, where you at? Like, come on. Bro, you gonna sit here and show yourself in front of me.
The uploader decides to leave a camera running overnight, hoping to catch more strange activity on film. It doesn't take long. The footage shows movement in the back storeroom. The door, completely closed just moments earlier, starts to shift on its own. A chair in the office appears out of nowhere. The uploader eventually comes back into the store. Right away, he notices his chair has been moved. He searches the area, checking every corner for signs of what might have caused it, but there's no one around, and no explanation for how it happened.
Nobody's in here. Nobody's in the back room. Nobody's behind the door. Nobody's here.
In the final clip, the uploader hears something unusual coming from the storeroom. It's faint but enough to get his attention. Something shifting or scraping just out of sight. Whatever it is, it doesn't sound normal.
Alright, so look, I'm hearing this door and there's stuff going on in the back. See, man, that's the stuff I'm talking about.
It's at this point the dark shadow emerges again.
Like, bro, and then I see something. Yo, if there's anybody in here, you need to leave.
Just as he's about to step into the storeroom, the trolley sitting in front of him suddenly starts to move. It rolls forward on its own, as if pushed by something unseen, stopping him in his tracks. The timing couldn't be stranger.
So, if there's anybody here, go. Yeah, I don't know about this, man. I don't know. What was that, bro? Yo, anybody in here? Anybody?
All these disturbing events understandably would prompt him to run away from the store.
Bro, Nah, I'm out.
So what do you think is really going on here? Is the store being messed with by something paranormal? Or is there a simpler explanation behind all the strange footage? Drop your thoughts in the comments and see what others have to say. Let the theories begin. A video captures the exact moment panic breaks out on a university campus. It starts with a fight happening off camera and out of frame, but the reaction spreads instantly.
What's going on? What is going on?
It all started with a fight in one section of the campus. The scuffle wasn't recorded, but the reaction to it moved fast. Students nearby saw the conflict break out and immediately ran, setting off a wave of panic. Others, unsure what's going on, saw people fleeing and assumed the worst. Maybe a weapon, maybe a larger threat. Within seconds, the fear spread across the area. People began rushing in every direction, trying to escape something they couldn't see or understand. In moments like this, panic can be just as dangerous as the incident itself. When crowds move without direction, injuries happen. People trip, fall, or get caught in the crush. Situations like these show how quickly fear and confusion can snowball, and once it does, separating rumor from reality becomes nearly impossible in the moment. Fortunately, this time, there was no real threat, just a moment of chaos sparked by fear, and a reminder how fast it can all unravel. Cave diving instructor Ian France says there's nothing better than exploring places almost no one else has ever seen, but after watching this footage of him and his friend Ashley squeezing through tight underwater gaps in England's Peak District, I'm not so sure. If crawling through submerged rock tunnels with barely enough space to move sounds like fun to you, more power to you. For the rest of us, it's pure claustrophobic nightmare fuel.
I'd say you were absolutely fine coming through there. I'd go past this first junction and then up the other way at the first one on the way in. I'll lead the way, and then when I get to the junction, I'll let you go first.
To even fit through those tight cave tunnels back in 2018, the two divers had to switch to side-mounted oxygen tanks. They carried drills too, just in case they had to chip their way through the rock to keep moving. They call the experience exhilarating. Personally, it sounds more like a waking nightmare. On January 12, 2007, a morning radio show called The Morning Rave on KDND in Sacramento decided to host an on-air contest with a catchy name and a hot prize, a Nintendo Wii. The challenge? Hold your Wii for a Wii. The goal was simple: drink as much water as possible without using the bathroom. At first, it sounded like harmless fun. 18 contestants were each given an 8-ounce bottle of water to drink every 15 minutes. One of them was Jennifer Strange, a mother of 3 who just wanted to win the console for her kids. It didn't take long before red flags started popping up. A nurse called into the show to warn about water intoxication, a real and dangerous condition where excessive water dilutes the body's sodium levels. But instead of taking it seriously, the hosts laughed it off. One joked, "Is anyone dying in there?" Another said they signed releases, so were not responsible. The contestants were kept in a separate room and didn't hear any of the warnings. Jennifer kept going, even as she started complaining of a swollen belly and intense headaches. The hosts kept joking. One questioned whether water poisoning was even real. Another shrugged it off, saying, "Your body's 98% water." Jennifer drank nearly 2 gallons in just over 3 hours. She didn't win the Wii. She placed second and got tickets to Justin Timberlake concert instead. But what happened next was devastating. Jennifer went home in serious pain. She called her workplace in tears, describing the unbearable pressure in her head. Hours later, her mother found her unresponsive. Jennifer had died from acute water intoxication. Her brain swelled inside her skull, and her body couldn't handle the imbalance. The fallout was massive. The 3 radio hosts were fired the next day. The show was canceled. 10 employees in total lost their jobs. Jennifer's family sued the station and was awarded $16.5 million in damages. Mother died trying to win a game console for her kids because the people running the contest didn't know or didn't care about the risks. This video is proof that having a forklift license doesn't automatically make someone a pro at the job. Right from the start, things look shaky. The man in black is clearly struggling to keep a stack of boxes from tipping over, doing just enough to keep disaster barely at bay. It's the kind of moment that makes you hold your breath and wonder how close they are to losing the whole load. Eventually, the man gives up and the boxes come crashing down. It's the kind of ending you could see coming a mile away. But what really stands out isn't just the collapse, it's the other guy in the foreground. While his co-worker struggles to keep everything upright, he seems to be casually driving in circles, not lifting a finger to help. It's hard to tell if he didn't notice or just didn't care, but either way, the teamwork was clearly missing. On January 20, 2023, an officer was out on patrol when she spotted a couple crossing the street in front of her vehicle. She noticed the woman was holding what looked like an open container of alcohol. Curious, the officer pulled over and asked her about the drink. The woman quickly tried to hide it behind her arm and said, "It's water," but the officer wasn't buying it. She knew the woman wasn't telling the truth and told her as much. Here's what happened.
You gonna try to tell me the truth? That's not a water. You have your ID on you? Why would you tell me it's water like I'm not gonna ask?
I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am, it's a drink.
I mean, obviously it's a drink. You're hiding it as soon as I walk up. How old are you?
20.
You're 20?
2002.
So where's your fake ID that you got this beer with? You just pull those cards out and show me that it's not on you? Why are we lying about everything?
Sorry,
Why are we lying?
Lie over a misdemeanor.
I'm sorry.
Until I can decide what I want to do with you. Right now you're being detained.
Behind your back. Drop the bag.
So we'll take this off for a second. Put your hand in. Do I have stupid written across my forehead? Genuinely question. Because you're 20 years old, you're hiding a drink saying, "Oh, it's water," and then when I ask you for your fake ID, you don't all of a sudden don't have it.
Where do you live?
South Carolina, that's where I'm from.
No, like, where do you live in Athens?
I'll be right back. 1026 with a female.
Okay.
Do you have anything in your bag that you shouldn't have?
No, I shouldn't, no, ma'am.
What's your name? Put your feet in. What's your name, hon?
Chris.
Chris, if you want to sit in front of my car
Okay.
on that side, do you need this bag? Do you guys need that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. I see now why y'all don't need it, because it's more beer. Will you get his ID too?
You see that stop sign? That's K right there. We were just from there.
Are those your friends?
Maybe.
I think they live here, but I don't know.
Okay. You don't know them at all? You guys coming back from a party?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey.
Yes, sir. She's my girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
We've been dating for about 2.5 years.
Alright.
Hey, we're going 95. So.
Okay.
So your friend's going to jail.
Can I ride with y'all?
To the jail?
No, she's going to jail.
Okay.
Like, she's under arrest. She's coming with us. She's gonna go to jail.
It's a 95.
Do you have his ID?
Can I just stand here for a second and call my mom?
I mean, sure.
Okay.
So she walked by holding a beer, and I like pulled up and shone my flashlight on her. I said, "What you got in your hand?" She said, "It's a water."
All right. Fake ID.
Open container, underage. Yeah.
All right. So listen to me, okay? Don't cry. All right. You are going to jail. You're under arrest.
Hey, you said your name's Chris? You're 21? You want this beer? I gotta throw it away if not. Okay.
The woman was ultimately booked on multiple charges, including having an open container, possessing and furnishing alcohol as someone under 21, and carrying a fake ID. The parents were jolted awake in the middle of the night by a strange noise coming from their daughter's room. After checking on her and confirming she was safe, they decided to review the security footage to see what had caused the disturbance. What they found was deeply unsettling. At exactly 3:33 a.m., their daughter appeared to wake up from a deep sleep and sit up, eyes fixed on something just out of the camera's view. She stared motionless at whatever it was. What happened after that moment is insane. As she keeps staring at something unseen in the room, one of her toys suddenly goes off by itself. Then, without warning, the crib starts to shake hard. Keep watching. At that point, the little girl seems to have had enough. She quietly lays back down and pretends to be asleep, like she wants no part of whatever just happened. Her parents were shaken after seeing the footage, but the bigger question still hangs in the air. What exactly was she looking at? As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think was going on in that room? In this video, we see an angry Karen accusing a gay couple of trafficking. She's clearly insane. She gets violent and even sings as she does so, giving evil TV character show vibes.
I don't think so. You're on camera, can't you? No, yeah. You're on camera, babe. I'm an undercover. Look, just get away from her, you get away. I have Excuse me. Call 911 right now. Call 911. Call 911. Whoa, excuse me. Hey, stop. Stop. Hey. Back off. Come on. What do you want? What are you doing? Knock it off. What are you doing? I just want to call 911 right now. I want to know. You're a lesbian and so is she. Yes. So call 911, please.
There was no evidence provided that shows the couple doing anything wrong. The Karen, different story.
Hey, Chris, tell me all alone. You go. All right, everybody leave. Everybody move. Come on, Debbie. Hey, Chris, tell me all alone. She's trying to assault me. Yes, she has assaulted me. We have it all in video. You guys have to leave. She needs to leave. See, Chris, tell me all alone. She doesn't belong here. Your baby. Don't touch her. You don't. Hey, this is my daughter. Okay, call the police. Call the police. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's what I've done. I don't know. I will not. No. Come on. Whoa! Stop! Stop! Leave her alone. I'm calling the police. Please do. Come on, I'll walk you through. No, we don't. No, he's fine. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Thank you so much. I can tell. We have my sister-in-law is here. You're good. I'll go get her. Get her to the car.
Luckily, a couple of big guys stepped in and escorted the family away, making sure she couldn't bother them any further. A dog in India ended up on the ride of a lifetime after casually strolling onto a carnival attraction. No ticket needed. There wasn't any sneaking involved. The pup simply walked past the open gate and hopped on, unnoticed by anyone running the ride. Thankfully, the machine didn't harm him. By the time the ride ended, he might have been a little dizzy, but who knows? Maybe he actually enjoyed the spin. When it comes to public displays of entitlement, this woman might be in a league of her own. In a crowded space, she climbs onto a giant piano, clearly meant for everyone to enjoy, and turns it into her personal photo zone. She sets up her phone and strikes a pose, completely ignoring the fact that others, including a young child nearby, are waiting for a chance to play.
Walk away. You walk away. You're just going to have your garage. None of your goddamn business.
But when the child and his father try to approach, she doesn't step aside. Instead, she lashes out, shouting and cursing at them with no clear reason.
I didn't curse. You cursed first. Now you're getting it back. Deal with it. Grow up. And I hope to God these beautiful children do not copy you.
The scene is uncomfortable to watch and serves as a reminder how self-centered behavior can quickly turn a shared space into a hostile one. The dad attempts to explain the behavior to the young one. Hopefully, the lady felt bad about it later. Some corners of the internet have cooked up a chilling theory about these two individuals. According to the speculation, they weren't just ordinary people, but messengers of something darker. The claim, they were sent to Earth with one goal: to disrupt peace and cause harm. And if you encounter them, get as far away as you possibly can. The real story behind the video is much less sinister, but still a little unsettling. The two people in the clip are known as the Goddess Boys, a costume duo from the TikTok account RJ Chumley. They dress up in intentionally bizarre outfits for entertainment. This particular video captioned "We're human, we promise" was part of the Uncanny Valley Challenge, a recent trend that spread across social media, creepy on purpose and just weird enough to get people talking.
What? No, I am a real person. Maybe we have a bad connection. I'm sorry about that.
Will you tell me you're not a robot? Just say I'm not a robot, please.
I am a real person.
The Uncanny Valley is a strange but real feeling. It kicks in when something almost looks human, but not quite. It's common in robotics and computer animation. The closer something gets to being lifelike without fully nailing it, the more uncomfortable it feels. This idea was first introduced by Japanese roboticist Masahiro Mori back in 1970. He noticed that people found human-like robots appealing until they looked a little too real. Then the charm disappeared and things got creepy fast. That drop in comfort is what's known as the Uncanny Valley. Researchers believe this eerie feeling comes from cognitive dissonance. Your brain struggles to process something that looks human but feels off. It might also be an evolutionary reaction to things that seem like they're alive but aren't. So what about you? Does the Uncanny Valley effect bother you? Have you ever seen something that gave you that strange, unsettling vibe? This video demonstrates exactly why we as humans should not be following bears. Watch this.
Фотограф. Сейчас она работает на Курильском озере. Крупный хищник встретился ей на пешеходной тропе.
Ну, ты нас пропустишь.
You can see the bear visibly flabbergasted at the sight of a human being approaching it like it's no big deal. The bear prepares for any potential problems and things get crazy.
Давай, уходи. Ну, уходи, нам пройти надо. Ну, давай.
При приближении людей медведь насторожился, фыркнул, но все-таки...
I don't know if it's a smell or what, but this bear somehow is afraid of this person.
Ведет от Курильского озера к так называемым домашним озерам, и здесь часто отдыхают эти хищники. Ну...
This Karen you're about to see is the epitome of psychotic. You have to see it to believe it. In 2022, a woman was denied boarding for a flight after airline staff suspected she was intoxicated. Instead of leaving quietly, she began shouting at employees, throwing a loud tantrum right there at the gate. Body cam footage from airport security shows the moment officers arrived to find her still at the scene, yelling at staff and other passengers nearby. What started as a routine denial quickly turned into a public spectacle. Keep watching.
Return the weed with the fucking gold. So what's her issue?
She's intoxicated. Okay. Originally she said you don't know what's in your bag anytime. That was a little weird. I would say we don't know. She refused to give us her name. I think her first name is Lindsay. to me, she's causing a disturbance at this point. So if we can have her removed.
From the moment officers engage with her, it's clear something's off. Her behavior is erratic, and she's in no state to follow instructions.
Hey.
Yeah.
What's your name? Is it Lindsay? I'm not worried.
Lindsay.
What's your name?
Lindsay?
I'm just trying to.
Lindsay?
What's your name?
Lindsay? No, I ain't Lindsay.
Okay, so what's your name?
What's my name? Let's do this on TV. What's my name? What are all the kids? Do I look like the little kid?
Okay.
What was his name? What was that kid from Cuba? What was the kid from Cuba that nobody knew who his name was?
Listen to me. Listen to me. Is this your
I'm
dog?
listening. I'm listening.
Is this your dog?
Is that guy right there?
Is this your
that
dog?
my dog?
Is this your dog?
Yeah, he's my dog.
Okay. So, you don't have
Lindsay.
Either we can do one or two things. We can do one or two things right now.
What was
okay?
that kid's name from Cuba?
I don't know who you're
What
talking
was the
about.
kid's name from Cuba?
Well, okay, so look, we're going to do one or two things.
Emilio! It was Emilio, mother. It was Emilio Gonzalez.
Hey, turn around.
She refuses to cooperate, ignoring repeated commands and continuing to shout. Eventually, police place her under arrest, though she hardly seems to notice, still lost in her own rant as they cuff her and lead her away.
Emilio Gonzalez, that was his name. He was a Cuban kid.
Control 14,
Remember him?
15.
Emilio.
Out of the blue, her dog becomes the issue after being arrested for disorderly conduct.
My dog.
That's her dog. I don't know what you want to do with
Anyone
it.
gonna get my dog?
Come on, let's go. Why'd you?
Amen. Amen. That's my dog. That's for real. That's my dog. That's legitimately my dog. Where the
14, she has a dog.
Where are you taking me? Where are you taking me?
Come on.
Where are you taking my dog? Where are you taking my dog? I'm fighting for this country! Give me my dog!
She stays oddly cheerful through most of the arrest, smiling and making small remarks as if none of it really bothers her. But that changes the moment officers begin searching her belongings.
What do we need to do about this dog?
Well, let's, did you come here to visit somebody?
I am flying to Boston.
Listen to me.
I'm flying to Boston.
Where did you start today?
I started in Tampa, where I own my other house.
Tampa to flew here.
To Boston.
Now you're supposed to go to Boston.
Where I'm going.
Okay.
Yes.
I need you to think really hard. Do you know anyone that you would trust with your dog in Nashville? Because if not, then we're going to have to make arrangements, and I don't think that's the best option.
I know nobody, but you have no reason to arrest me.
Well, you're under arrest for public intoxication? Disorderly conduct. Okay?
As soon as they start counting her cash, her mood shifts. She lashes out, accusing them of miscounting and insisting they're doing it wrong. The calm disappears and the confrontation ramps up.
You're not counting that right. You're not counting right. You're not counting right. You are not counting that shit right. You are so dishonest. You're not counting that right. What about the rest of the shit in there? What about the rest of it in there? Why don't you count all of it together?
2, 4, 6.
8, 2, 12, 96, 75, 72. That doesn't even make sense.
172.
From the moment she's placed in the patrol car, she doesn't stop talking. The ride from the airport to the jail is non-stop, ranting, arguing, and shouting the entire way. But once they reach the holding cell, everything changes. She goes quiet, her energy gone. By the time she's led inside, she's nearly limp. According to the officers, it looks like she's trying to get herself sent to the hospital, and based on her behavior, that seems likely.
I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am. I just said I'm assisting another officer with a suspect. They gonna make you send her to the hospital, dude.
She just did that. She was screaming before she got in here. Now,
Oh,
I guess this is how she thinks she's gonna go to the hospital by doing this.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing. They ain't gonna take her. They gonna tell you send her to general.
She's literally screaming as we pulled up.
Yeah, I believe you, man. That's what they do. She just playing the game. She's still gonna have to go to jail.
Yeah.
But when she go to general man, she's in your custody. You gotta take her to general man. Mm-hmm. And when she does this little thing, they'll draw her blood, do what they need to do, and say, hey, she's okay, and send her back out. Hey, ma'am. Hey. I see your eyes moving. Wake up. Hey, wake up. Wake up for me. Wake up.
But behind the chaos, there's something more concerning. She has a dog, and judging by the situation, someone needs to check on that animal fast. And this is coming from a cat person. On the evening of March 28, 2025, an officer in Greenell, Wisconsin, was running stationary radar when he noticed a car speeding through a clearly marked 35 miles per hour zone. Using his radar gun, the officer clocked the vehicle at 56 miles per hour. A few moments later, a second officer observed the same car going even faster, 68 miles per hour. The driver was later identified as 28-year-old Tyler Ewing. What followed was anything but a routine traffic stop. As the officer attempted a U-turn to pull him over, Tyler hit the gas. He sped through traffic, pushing his car past 100 miles per hour in an attempt to flee. The move showed a reckless disregard for public safety and set off a dangerous high-speed chase through town. Tyler's reckless attempt to escape didn't last long. As he sped through an intersection, he ran a red light and slammed into another vehicle. The impact was so strong enough to flip his car, sending it rolling over.
Crash. Flip over.
You okay? Oh, yes. We're trying to get out. Okay, all right. Hold on. Get out.
Get on the ground!
We're able to crawl up front here. Are you hurt? No. Don't move! Arms out! Who else is in the car? Who else is in the car? Where did it crash? Do not read! Stop fucking moving! Stop fucking move! Stop moving! Is there anybody else in the car? Is there anybody else in the car? Arms out! We're gonna have you stop. Ever. Slowly through. Arms out to your side, now! I got it. Under arrest. Driver's in custody. You hit another car? Yeah, it's in the ditch. Brian's got him. Let's start fire right away. Hit another car. It's in the ditch on Loomis and Ramsey. Yep, we should be okay. I'll get your information in a little bit here.
Do they need mutual aid?
You have anything on you? Are you hurt? No? Okay. All right, stand up. Get in your car. How did he get out?
Motor vehicle crash.
Is anybody in the car? Well, you're wondering what have killed somebody, so.
I
don't get who the fuck drives like that? Who turns on a red light like that?
Stop talking for once. Stop talking.
Driver. I need another call.
That's why you're under arrest right now. Yeah, clearly. Yeah, of course not.
Other vehicle here, driver, passenger.
I got
Both vehicles need medical.
They drive like that. Drives like that. Stupid ass fucking faggot.
Could be the vehicle that was
fucking drive,
Union
fucking
Henry
piece of shit.
3306.
What started as a speeding violation quickly escalated into a serious crash, all because of one dangerous decision. The two people inside the vehicle in Tyler's truck declined medical treatment and reported no injuries at the scene. Police later discovered that the car Tyler had been driving was registered to his mother. When contacted, she explained that Tyler frequently borrowed her car, but she had no idea what he was doing with it that day. Officers then informed her that the vehicle had been totaled. The 3-mile pursuit ended with serious consequences. Tyler was charged with multiple felony offenses, including fleeing and eluding an officer, causing property damage, and 3 counts of first-degree recklessly endangering safety. He was booked with a $15,000 cash bond, making a hard end to a reckless attempted escape that could have ended much worse. This next clip captures a dramatic and unexpected moment in nature. In what looks like a calm bay, the water suddenly begins to shift. Within seconds, a massive whirlpool forms, swirling with speed and force. The powerful vortex pulls everything nearby into its spinning center, creating a scene that's both intense and mesmerizing. Natural events like this remind us just how quickly conditions can change, and how powerful water can be when it does. In the video, a boat edges closer to the swirling water, drifting dangerously close near a massive 10-foot wide whirlpool. The vortex churns with force, creating a powerful suction that could easily pull in anything too close. Despite the obvious risk, the boat stays nearby, offering a clear and up-close look at the spinning current. The water twists with alarming speed, making it clear that even a slight miscalculation could end badly. Whirlpools of this size don't happen often, but when they do, they serve as a sharp reminder of how unpredictable water can be, and how fast a calm situation can turn dangerous. Thankfully, no one on the boat was hurt, and no accidents were reported, just a close call and a rare look at the raw power of nature. The video shows a woman suddenly losing control of her car. She crashes straight into a parked vehicle with enough force to launch it forward. That parked car shoots toward a delivery driver standing nearby. He sees it just in time and manages to leap out of the way, barely avoiding serious injury. The likely cause? It appears the driver hit the gas instead of the brake, and in a panic, she pressed down even harder. Thankfully, no one is hurt, but the incident is a sharp reminder how quickly a simple mistake behind the wheel can turn into a dangerous situation. A small plane made an unexpected landing on one of the most famous golf courses in the country, Riviera Country Club in Los Angeles. The pilot, 21-year-old Tyler Evans, had only held his license for 6 months when the engine failed mid-flight. He stated that he tried restarting the engine, but when nothing worked, he made a mayday call and started scanning for a safe place to land. The golf course turned out to be his best option.
And that's when I decided to make the mayday call to the airport and started immediately looking around for places to land.
We got 2 souls on board. We're going to try to make a field up here. There's not many good spots to land, so we're going to do our best.
Only had his pilot's license for 6 months.
At first, I saw a little soccer field to the left of me, and there's kids playing soccer. My passenger pointed out that there's a golf course ahead.
After touching down safely, the first person he called was his mother.
I just had to make a landing at a golf course. Everything's okay because I didn't want my mom to freak out. And then she called me back about 10 minutes later after seeing everything all over the news, bawling her eyes out.
I can't fathom being in that situation after just having a license for 6 months, but Evans was nothing short of clutch. Good on him. At first, this 2014 video from a Russian island seems pretty harmless. 3 construction workers are on break, hanging out with a dog, when a bear cub suddenly wanders over. The dog starts playing, and the man laughs at the unexpected moment. Everything feels light and playful until it doesn't. What they didn't realize was that the cub wasn't alone, and when its mother shows up, things take a fast and dangerous turn.
Сейчас она ему поймает. Сейчас она сзади него пошла.
For nearly 30 seconds, the Russian workers filmed what looked like a harmless moment, just their dog playing with a curious bear cub. Then, without warning, the mother bear appeared from behind a small ridge. Another cub close behind her. The man's laughter stopped instantly. Caught completely off guard, they froze. No one moved. They stood still, hoping the bear would pass by without seeing them as a threat. For what probably felt like forever, both sides just stared, locked in a tense silence. Then the dog made a move, just a small one, but it was enough to change everything.
Нет места. Вот, так я уже эту всю флешку снимал. Ничего себе.
That one small movement from the dog was all the mother bear needed to see. To her, it was a threat. She charged. The video cuts off right there, but even without seeing the rest, we know how it ended, and it's brutal. Search crews arrived on the island the next day and found the bodies of the 3 construction workers. They had been completely torn apart. The dog didn't survive either. Clumps of fur were scattered around the area, but nobody was ever found. It's believed the bears may have eaten it. The scene was so violent, the victims couldn't even be identified by sight. Rescue teams had to use dental records to confirm who they were. As for the bears, they were never found. No action was taken. They simply disappeared into the wild. This story leaves behind one clear warning. If you see a bear cub in the wild, don't get close. The cub itself may not be dangerous, but its mother probably isn't far, and if she sees you, that may be the last thing you ever see. On January 29, 2024, officers were dispatched to a home for a domestic battery call, a location they'd been to before due to ongoing issues between the couple. But this time, the moment they arrived, everything went south fast. Watch as the woman gets set off by police approaching her home. The woman kept pushing and this would get her detained.
Okay, so what happened? Where are we here again now at 9 a.m.?
He put hands on me again. I called the cops. You guys are here.
Okay.
Your nail
When you say he
polish
put
is wonderful.
when you're saying that he put hands on you again, can you describe how he put his hands on you?
He was trying to take my phone away from me when I was trying to call 911, which I'm pretty sure is a felony offense.
Okay.
And then he was also trying to shove me into a room to contain me.
Okay.
Without any contact to the outside world.
Okay. Are you injured in any way? Do you need me to call an ambulance for you?
This is why I'm huddling behind a tire.
Okay.
Because no, I am not injured because I'm huddled behind a tire. And no one will believe me unless I stayed inside and obtained injuries.
How'd your hand get all beat up?
Yeah,
your right hand.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you not see the scratches on your hand?
How did that happen?
How did that happen?
Yeah, it's called being a person.
Excuse me?
It's called being a person. Crafting.
Oh, crafting?
It doesn't looks like it's fresh wounds.
Woodworking. Yeah.
Okay, so you were woodworking this morning?
Well, today is a different day.
Okay. Those look like you have fresh scratches
I'm so
this
sorry.
morning.
I'm not trying to be combative at all.
You're not making any sense. Those look like it looks like fresh blood, fresh wounds from this morning.
So we were inquiring as to how you got them.
No, today is not Sunday.
Today's not
Monday.
Sunday.
My bad. Monday.
I see a little reddish over here on your arm over here. How did you get that?
Eczema. I mean, do you want me to scratch my other arm? I have eczema. Do you see?
There's a big bruise on the back of your arm.
Are you injured from where you're saying?
Oh, that's from him. That's from him shoving me into the door.
Okay.
I probably have a same bruise right here, but I'm not gonna.
I'd rather have you not do that out here. Can we go inside and take a look at that?
No.
Okay. Would you allow us to take any pictures? Okay. Would you allow us to take any pictures?
No.
No. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go talk to him.
You want to know what?
You can.
I've already been arrested. Okay. Full bend over, spread your fucking cheeks type of fucking shit, and nothing came forward from it. So you know what? If that's what's gonna come from it, please leave the property. Thank you.
Yeah.
You have no reason to enter the property. Do not put your hands on me.
You're calling the police for help, but why are you...
Do not put your hands on me.
I just don't want you to
because she grabs me.
I grabbed the hood because I didn't want you to
let go of the door. Back away. Off the property.
We're not leaving right now. We need to talk to him.
Step back.
This is as far back as we're going.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
That's
not normal. You're gonna hurt yourself.
I'm gonna hurt myself.
Yeah, you keep hitting the door. Why are you hitting and smacking the door if you live here?
See what I can do.
Well, I'm concerned about you
You're
injuring
the one that
yourself.
called us that you're hurt and injured and you're hiding behind your car.
Leave the premises. Do not
stay there,
ma'am.
Stay there.
Do not touch me. You are physically abusing me.
I'm not abusing you. I'm trying to
touch
keep
me.
you system.
You touch me.
100%.
Do not physically come near me or abuse me.
There's another J5 and 3 in the house. phone, you can tell me.
What time is it?
I can smell the alcohol from here. That's what I'm asking you. Do you need to
That
be
is
seen by an
hearsay.
ambulance?
That is hearsay.
No, ma'am, it's not hearsay.
Baby!
Do you need to be seen by an ambulance? Do you need to be seen by an ambulance?
No.
Okay.
Please back away from me.
No, ma'am.
I feel threatened.
How can
being
you stay
detained?
back?
Am I being detained?
I'm separating you from the situation. Stay back.
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are. Stay back from him.
I don't have any right
You're
to
being
detain
detained.
me.
Yes, you're being detained. For what? Our investigation. You called and claimed there was a domestic battery. We're here for our
So I
investigation.
called.
You're right. You did call.
There's no right to detain me.
Yes, we're doing it for our
there
investigation.
No! Baby!
Hands behind your back.
Babe!
Hand behind your back.
Babe!
Put your hand behind your back.
Do
Put
not
your hand behind your back.
resist.
I didn't do
Put your hands
anything!
behind your back.
He hit me!
Put your hands behind your back.
I didn't do
Put your hands behind
anything!
your back. Put your hands behind your back.
I called for protection. I didn't do anything. I love you, please. Ow! 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 No! You're seriously hurt my thumb. You're seriously hurt my thumb. Please, baby.
Stop resisting. Just cooperate.
You are under arrest.
The woman was ultimately charged with domestic battery and resisting arrest following the incident. In this video, a man tries to outsmart his car safety system by wedging a water bottle between the steering wheel, tricking the autopilot into thinking his hands are still on it. He seems to think it's a clever hack, but it's really just dangerous. Do not attempt.
Cine conduce sticla asta de Așa te conduce, mă!
This case is straight up nightmare fuel. It was so bad even some of the officers on scene were thrown up. It all started with a call about a domestic violence situation. Pretty routine at first, but then a second 911 call came through, and that changed everything. This time, the dispatcher could hear someone screaming over and over, "I killed him." That's when things took a serious turn. Officers rushed to the house, having no clue what kind of horror they were walking into. The place was wrecked, furniture smashed to pieces, blood everywhere. It was clear a brutal fight had gone down. The guy had been stabbed and slashed so many times, no one could even count. Everyone had the same stunned question: how did this happen?
962 Central. Can you have the RP step out? Police department! Open the door! 962 Central. I got a female. She just barricaded, shut the door on me. I got blood all in the front door. She's repeatedly saying, no, no, no. I'm gonna call attention. Let me see your hands. Get over here. Get over here now. Get over here. Get your dog away. Get your dog away. Get your dog away. Put your hands behind your back.
Okay.
Put your hands behind your back.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
Do you want to take a complaint or have them down for you?
I didn't do anything. My brother, I need my brother.
Okay.
My brother.
Take a seat right here. Take a seat right here.
Please help
Take a
him.
seat.
Please help him. Please help him.
Please I got a few more detained.
My brother.
Nobody else in there? Police department, what's your name, man? Can you hear me? I'm gonna clear this, bro. I'm gonna bypass him, okay?
Gotcha.
Did she say anything about who did this, bro, or if it's self-inflicted?
No, I think doesn't say.
Come on in.
Is there a light? Hey, let me up real quick. Hey. He has a stab wound to the neck. Two to the neck. Put this on or not?
His neck, bro, I don't see anything on this. I mean, his arms are stabbed up, but I don't know if they're self-inflicted, dude.
Is your work phone, bro?
You have your work phone?
Maybe with the glass, you think?
Hey, boss.
Start doing that. That's
You all right?
Within minutes, fire and rescue showed up and tried to save the guy, but with wounds like that, it didn't look good. The victim was identified as 30-year-old Michael. Tragically, he didn't make it. His injuries were just too severe. What made things worse, his own sister knew who did it, but tried to play dumb and stall the cops.
Get up, because we got to get you checked out at the hospital, okay? We're going to stand you up. You got to use your feet, okay? You got to use your feet. Ready? 1, 2. Okay. All right, let us know when you're ready. All right.
Why my brother?
We're going to walk this way, okay?
Why my brother? Why?
Let's go this way.
Why my brother? Why my brother? Why my brother? Oh, someone came in the house.
Because there's someone that jumped from the fence wearing a red shirt. Who is that?
I don't know. It was someone who came in the house. I don't know.
You don't know his name?
I don't know. My brother was trying to protect me. I don't want anyone to know where I'm
The
at.
only one that knows that you're here is law enforcement.
I don't want anyone to know where I'm at.
Okay, no one else is going to know, okay? No one else is going to know.
I don't want anyone to know. I don't want anyone to know.
He was sort of autistic. I couldn't tell just a little slow. A little slow, but he wasn't a dummy. He knew how to use tools. He had tools on his hand.
But now we're getting info from a neighbor saying that right before the first officer showed up, that there was a subject that jumped the back rock wall.
That dropped right there, and there was another one. Yeah, I think he had blood on him. I don't think he was bleeding. And he got it on the wall, whatever. As he's running, he starts trying to dry himself off.
Anything about what happened?
My brother.
You know who it was?
He went out. I don't know. Now.
You don't know their name?
No.
How many people were there? You don't know who he is at all?
No.
Was he your brother's friend?
No. They came out.
How did they come in? Through the door, the window?
Yeah. The door.
The door?
Yeah.
Like, did they break in?
Two of them.
Two of them?
Yeah. I told them not to open the door.
As officers pieced things together, they realized multiple people had been inside the house during the stabbing, confirmed by audio from that first 911 call, and it was now obvious his sister was lying. She didn't know who did it. That's when the focus shifted to Selena, someone already known to law enforcement, with a history of battery charges involving her girlfriend, and now all the signs were pointing straight at her.
Who's saying I killed him?
She's saying.
Is it her 12, Selena? Because her 12 is Selena.
Besides the brother and sister that live here, have you seen any other people?
Yeah, there's a girlfriend.
There's a
Selena. Yeah, she's the one that normally you guys come out here because they're having domestics.
So it's a girl that she's dating.
As far as I know.
Have you seen her today?
No, she was there.
What does she look like?
She's short, skinny, has a big nose.
Let me see your hands. Keep your hands up. Turn around. Stop walking away.
Stop right there.
It's a crossfire. We got her. She's all full of blood. Sit up. All right, sit up for me.
Need help.
All right, we'll get you up. You hold them up, put your hands on your back.
Yeah, can I?
Yeah, hold them up like that.
Up, sir.
What's that?
I did. I'm not trying to lie to you or whatever. I'm intoxicated. I'm on probation. I'm on the run with probation. I have a court tomorrow. I missed the therapy, sir, and then I ended up getting scared. And today, I acted out of rage, whatever, sir. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's whatever. I'm not gonna fight it. It's whatever. I f***ed up today, sir.
All right, well, what's going to happen is we're going to go to the station and we'll talk to you, okay? So I want to get your side of the story, see what happened, okay?
Sir, like,
Once she was finally arrested and taken to jail, detectives tried to question her, but she had zero interest in coming clean. On camera, she dodged everything and refused to explain the one thing everyone needed to know. Why did she stab him? From the way she acted, it was clear Selena wasn't torn up about what happened to Michael. She didn't care about him. She was just mad that she got caught. If she truly cared, she would have helped the investigation instead of stonewalling.
I'm just so stressed out. And my girl, all she does is drink, and then I f her up too. There's domestics going on there. There's a lot. Like, I'm not gonna nothing from you guys. I'm not gonna be that I fucked up. I did. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You know the I did. I fucked up. Yeah, there's a lot fucking building up to it, but I fucked up. I get whatever the is coming to me, but I fucked up. And of course, I'm scared. I'm all scared. I got scared, I'm not gonna lie, but like once the cops rolled up on me, when they caught me on Travis, it's game over, you know what I'm saying?
Drinking, everything's cool at that point. You guys having a good time?
Not really a good time.
No, but just drinking your alcohol, I mean, you're making you feel better. Better too.
It's well, she's detoxing on top of her and me. I'm just drinking because I don't know.
You had an argument this morning? Was it just an argument, or you guys like throw down? Do you remember if you hit her, she hit you?
I was too faded.
Okay. What do you mean that you f***ed up?
I just know I f***ed up. I started getting flashbacks of where the f*** I've been. And I was like, oh, I fucked up.
Tell me about those flashbacks.
And I look at my shoes, and I'm like, oh, I
When you say flashbacks, what do you?
I just remember somebody at the door. I don't even know.
So like, I think you remember a lot more than you're trying to let me know. If you're being straight up to this point, you might as well just let me know what happened. Okay? We have a good idea. You're not here by accident. You know what I mean?
I know that. I'm just trying to get together.
Yeah.
Selena had gotten into a fight with Michael's sister and stormed off, but then she came back, banging on the door like a maniac. Michael opened it, and what followed was pure chaos. She attacked him with glass shards and a pocket knife, stabbing him 16 to 17 times. It was savage. Selena was charged with murder and battery on a household member. As of now, there is no word on the final verdict, but this case stands as a chilling reminder how alcohol and rage can destroy lives in an instant. No one ever wins in situations like this. Back in 2018, a massive wildfire tore through Malibu, California. Similar to the kinds of fires we're seeing today, the blaze spread fast and was nearly impossible to control. People were trapped on narrow mountain roads, trying to escape the flames. One of them was Rebecca Hackett. She had stayed behind at White Cloud Ranch to try and save her horses, but when the fire cut off her evacuation route, she had no choice but to leave. What she captured on camera during her escape is intense. Rebecca was terrified, but she knew she had to keep moving.
Oh my God, please leave the horses there. Please, God, please. Look at this tunnel. Oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God. Please, God, please. Oh my God. Oh my God, please let me out of here. Please, God. Please, God, please let me out of here. Please, God. Please. Oh my God. 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 Oh my God.
She understood that rescue teams wouldn't be able to reach her, not with the fire closing in from both sides. Somehow she made it down the mountain alive. After posting the video of her escape, it quickly went viral. The footage was so intense that a local news team tracked her down to hear her story firsthand, and you can see it in her eyes. She was still shaken.
Able to save all of those horses, 48 horses saved, and your mother made it out because she was there as well.
That's right. I mean, they're not all out of the clear yet, but hopefully everyone's okay.
Yeah. You are a hero, and you're brave. Outstanding.
After everything she went through, Rebecca didn't just make it out alive. She managed to save all 48 horses. Her bravery didn't go unnoticed, and it wasn't long before people were calling her a hero. This video highlights the importance of why you should always watch your step. You might have used a sleep app before to track how well you rest, but some of these apps go a step further and record audio while you sleep. That's how one Reddit user discovered something she couldn't explain. She lives alone in a second-floor apartment and describes herself as extremely cautious, but one night her sleep app picked up not just her voice, but another one layered over it. The recording is eerie, and if you listen closely, you can hear two distinct voices at once. She shared the clip and cleaned up the audio as best she could.
Waka.
Oh.
Yeah. Waka waka baka baka. Oh. Yeah. Waka waka baka baka. Mm-hmm.
It's worth repeating, this Reddit user lives alone. The only explanation she could come up with was that someone might have hacked into her Alexa and used it to create the strange sounds the app picked up. She hasn't posted any updates since, but her story reminded people of another chilling thread from 2015, where a different user, also living alone with just her 3-year-old son, captured what sounded like a full conversation with someone else in the room, all while using a sleep recording app.
What are you doing? Okay. Okay. What are you doing? Okay.
Many speculate the second voice is a man. What do you think? This worker quickly found out why it's best to keep your distance from heavy machinery. In 2023, a video surfaced online showing a truck attempting what's known as a snatch recovery, a method used to pull a stuck vehicle out of the mud, usually with ropes. But in this case, the driver used a chain instead and hit the gas hard. As you might expect, the force built up too fast, and the chain couldn't handle it. It snapped under pressure and whipped backward at high speed. Exactly the kind of outcome people warn about when doing this the wrong way. Observe. But that's not where things stop. After the video made its way online, rumors started swirling that someone had been sitting behind the wheel of the stuck vehicle when the chain snapped. While there's no solid proof to back that up, the claim fueled a flood of reaction posts, many of which included unrelated injury footage labeled as aftermath. It's a good reminder to be cautious with what you believe online, and if you're ever in a situation where you're pulling a vehicle out of the mud, stick to proper recovery straps and always keep your distance. On January 1, 2025, police were called to a hotel over reports of an unruly guest causing a scene. Staff said the man had been shouting at other people in the lobby, but as soon as officers tried to speak with him, things took a turn for the worse.
How are you, sir?
Good.
Okay, are you a guest of the hotel?
Yes.
Are you staying here? What room are you staying in?
811.
811? What floor is that?
811. 8. What's the last 11?
name? What's your last name? So they can check your reservation.
Why?
To confirm it, to see if you actually stay here.
I know. Are you joking? Why? Am I in danger?
No, because I guess...
Public?
Listen, because I guess based on your behavior, they don't even want you here anymore, okay?
Oh.
Okay, do you understand that? That's why I'm here, all right? So can we remain calm?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have your ID on you? You don't have your wallet on you?
No.
Okay, what's your first name, sir?
Joseph.
Okay, well, if you're drunk, you can still act cordial, all right? What's your date of birth? Joseph, what's your date of birth? Joseph, when were you born?
Come on. What the f is wrong with you, man?
What's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? I've been nothing but cordial with you.
Right.
And you want to give me attitude.
Stop.
Okay?
Stop.
I'm sure if you were sober...
Excuse me.
Excuse me what? Excuse me what? Listen. I don't need your attitude. You understand me? You're a grown man, just like me. But you're acting like a child, okay?
The officer was being very reasonable, but the man acted like a toddler. The officer then went to talk to staff to get more details of the situation.
I'm sorry?
He was putting his hands on people who went off property.
Okay.
He actually, this 10-year-old kid, he ran up on him until we got him.
This kid over here? Is that the dad over there? Okay. You guys had an issue with this guy over here?
Yeah, we were at the pool, but he came to the front desk to check something, and he was verbally assaulting me.
What did he say to you, bud?
A bunch of bad words, and it wasn't really he was trying to say that I was fat or something.
So he was just being saying rude and mean?
Yeah.
Did he touch you or anything?
No.
No?
Because they tried to get him away from me.
Did he ever touch you?
No.
No?
But he was trying to touch you?
Yeah.
And they
tried.
when I say touch you, grab you?
Yeah. He was trying to, but they pushed him away.
Okay. Did he walk towards you or run towards you?
He walked towards me.
He just walked towards you?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you there?
No, I was at the pool.
Okay. You guys guest here?
Yeah.
Okay.
After this, they go back to the childish man, and what happens next is something you don't want to miss.
Well, then why are you talking about me and fucking doing all kinds of crazy shit?
I'm going by what I've been told.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Why would someone lie about that?
You just go by whatever you're fucking told, whenever you're told. What are you doing?
I'm just standing here.
Why? You're freaking me out!
Not 10-4. How long you been staying here?
What do you mean?
How long have you been staying here?
All day.
What room are you in?
Are you f***ing kidding me? I'm not giving you my room, bitch.
Do not get up.
I am saying that.
Okay. I'm making sure that you are.
Are you a police officer?
Yes, I am.
Why are you assigned to me?
Because you have brought an attention to yourself. What's that?
No longer a guest of this hotel, so, who's staying with you here? Are you in the hotel by yourself?
Are you going to stay in the same bed?
No, I don't want to be out here any longer than I do.
Don't be a smartass. Are you here by yourself, or do you have someone else staying up in the room with you?
Who's here with you?
There's someone here with you?
Are you deaf? Who's here with you?
Yes.
Who?
Shut up.
Who is here with you?
I have no fucking idea. What the f is wrong with you?
Joseph, look at me.
Hey.
Joseph.
I don't need to tell you guys shit. So go f yourselves. You guys are gonna tell me?
Stand up. Put your hands behind your back. Stand up. Put your hands behind your back. Now it's disorderly conduct. How about that? Yeah, disorderly. Drunk and disorderly. That's fine by me.
The man was officially trespassed from the hotel and charged with disorderly conduct following the incident. In August 2023, the city of Nacajuca, Mexico, was hosting its annual Corn Festival, a popular tradition in many parts of the country. As part of the celebration, a stage had been set up for a beauty pageant, but as the event got underway, heavy rain started pouring down. The man was on top of the stage trying to make a fix when the weight of the rainwater caused the whole structure to collapse. He was thrown off, and the stage nearly came down on top of him. Somehow, he walked away without serious injuries. According to reports, he was part of the sound crew, meaning he was just doing his job when everything gave out beneath him. Incredibly lucky outcome, all things considered. Check this out. Kids were literally jumping out of the car, screaming at their mom to slow down, but nope, this drunk mess shoved them back in and kept flying down the road like a maniac.
12-16.
Go ahead.
10-12 with her. What's going on?
No,
Come on, step back here for me.
There you go. There you go.
All right, come over here. Stay right here, ma'am. Ma'am, right here.
I'm not. I'm stopping.
What's going on?
It's gone.
I don't know what's going on.
Call for officer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 14. Have two more units. There's 3 kids in the car screaming. Ma'am, what's your name?
It's Annie. Go ahead.
Okay, what's going on?
Can you please call Craig?
Who's Craig?
My boyfriend. Will you call him to get them?
Okay.
Do you promise or no?
I don't know what's going on.
Then,
Come here.
Okay, what do you want to know? Like...
At 274 Echo, did you 26 that?
Oh, it's hot.
All right. Well, here, put your sandal on.
No, come on right here. No, they're not okay. They're not going to be okay. Please call Craig.
Okay,
Please call
all right,
Craig.
all right.
No, they're not going to be okay.
All right. What's going on?
She was all over the place behind the wheel, 3 terrified kids in the back, and she was so hammered she couldn't even form a full sentence. There's just no way she's walking away from this without serious consequences.
Annie, come on over here.
You are not, like, you are not going to be okay. Like, stop. Stop, please.
Annie, come over here, please. What's going on? Ma'am, what's going on?
Please call a number to come. I mean, turn it off. Do whatever you got to. My kids are going to freak out. They're going to freak out. They're going to freak out.
You guys thirsty? Want some water?
We have some drinks in the back of our car.
All right, just hang tight, okay? Just sit right here. He's gonna get you some water, okay? You want to go sit back?
No, I'm already going to get admitted. Will you at least get my kids taken care of?
Admitted into where?
I don't know.
Do you need help?
No, I don't, but it's just like what people do and men do to women in my position. They're going to put it in the... I see, I knew it.
Her name's Annie, I guess.
Cops tried getting some answers out of Annie, but she was completely out of it. They were just trying to figure out what was going on and why she was acting so unhinged.
Just take care of my kids. Please take care of my kids. I don't even
kids
care.
are fine.
Take care of my kids.
Annie, what's your phone number?
Just get them out. Give me my phone number. I don't care.
All right, what's your phone number, Annie?
You have Craig?
Yep,
No,
I have Craig's.
you don't.
I have Craig's phone number. You gave me Craig's phone number.
You contacted him once.
Not yet. Can you tell me what's going on?
No, not until you contacted him.
Okay, well, I can't contact him unless you tell me what's going on.
At one point, she was yelling for them to cuff her and throw her in jail. Yeah, she was gone.
I can hear him. That's her dad. Get their dad.
Annie,
no.
Their dad's not here.
Arrest him. Arrest me.
Annie.
Yep, arrest me. No, arrest me. Go do what you have to do. Go. And get their dad.
All right, you're being detained right now.
No, get their dad, please.
Okay,
I'm begging you.
Put your hands behind your back.
I won't until you get their
but
dad.
listen,
They will not.
You're
No,
being detained
no,
right
no.
now.
They will. I don't care. I don't care what I'm being.
Annie,
That is their dad. Please.
Annie.
Yeah, you are gonna help them. You are gonna help them, are you? No, of course not.
Here,
So
stop
do what
moving
you
so I
gotta-
can lock these handcuffs so they don't get tighter. All right? You don't want them to get tighter on you.
Of course not, because I
All right,
love
come on.
them.
Can you stop moving?
Of course. Hey, no, stop. Stop, please. No.
Look at me. I haven't spoken to you yet. That's what we're gonna do.
No, that's what
we're gonna do. We're gonna get you in some AC. I'm gonna get you some water, and we're gonna figure it out. That's all we're gonna do.
No, you're
Okay?
not. You're gonna be a saint.
Okay.
You're gonna. No.
Annie.
No, you're gonna. No. You're gonna. No. You're gonna. No. I would rather die. Than go. No.
We're not gonna.
Me. Go. You wanna me? Go. No. Please stop. Please let me.
Annie.
Annie, don't bite. Don't bite. No, the right one. The right one. Stop.
You're not going to. You're going to. Please. I will do whatever you want. Please don't get me.
Just relax.
No, please don't do this to my kids. No,
Take
please, I'm
some breath.
begging you.
All right, we're gonna stand up and sit you down in the AC. Sound good?
You will do whatever you want. If you tell me it's for my kids, please don't. Please don't.
She burned so much energy screaming, crying, and acting like a total disaster when she could have just chilled out and at least tried to make things a little better for her kids. Kinda shows you where her head's at, and it's definitely not on being a mom.
Mom and Dad are divorced, and we know that he always hangs out with friends, sometimes, a lot of times, but he can handle alcohol, and our mom can't. We saw a brown bag in there, and we think it has alcohol in it.
Please, I'm begging you. Please find him. He will find the person, sure. Please find him. Please, you won't find him, will you? Just say no. Fine.
He told over to like, shut up. Jack, she didn't really, she never told us that before, and we got really scared. Just told her to pull over, and we would scream for help, and she's like, no, no, no.
So she wouldn't listen to you
Mommy
guys.
was scary that time. It was not scarier than garbage that we had before. It was
Okay,
just
so y'all been in a car
It was a
accident.
brown bag, and it was right here. I don't know where it went.
Don't touch anything up there, alright? Y'all stay back.
She flat out refused the field sobriety tests, and later at the sheriff's office, she wouldn't even do the breathalyzer.
Annie, you want to come out and talk to me for a little bit?
It depends.
Depends on what?
On what you're trying to do to me.
We're going to do field sobriety tests.
Then go ahead.
Go ahead what? What does go ahead mean? I see you're giving me your handcuffs. Go ahead and
me over. I just want my kids.
Oh, that's not what I'm here to do.
I give my kids to my boyfriend. I'm so sorry. And I was just supposed to meet them, and it's not okay. And that's okay.
Annie, let me explain something to you. By refusing to perform the field sobriety test, the only thing I have based my opinion on is whether or not I believe you to be impaired is what I observed so far. Secondly, should you be charged with DUI, the fact that you refused to perform the field sobriety test will be used against you in court. Do you understand those things?
Yes, go.
Okay, are you going to get out and do field sobriety test?
No, you can do it.
Okay. Refusal of field sobriety test. Okay.
She ended up slapped with a whole list of charges: battery on a law enforcement officer, 3 counts of child abuse, thankfully no major injuries, DUI, refusing the breath test, and driving without a valid license. On October 21, 2021, a man driving along Nanchima Road in Shangyang City, China, caught a terrifying moment on his dashcam. What started as an ordinary drive turned into chaos in seconds when a gas pipeline exploded inside a nearby restaurant. Chinese news reported that 4 people were killed and 47 others injured, most with minor wounds. But some local sources claimed the death toll was actually 8. Either way, a normal day turned tragic in the blink of an eye. Strange and downright scary things happen around the world every day. Part of my job is digging them up so you can see for yourself. This next clip comes from a wedding procession in India. But let me tell you, it's not what you'd expect. Tornadoes aren't exactly common in India, which makes this footage even more surprising. It looks more like a dust devil than a full tornado, but that didn't make it any less disruptive. You gotta feel for the people at the wedding. It's definitely a day they'll never forget, though probably not for the reasons they hope. Thanks for watching. Stay vigilant, friends.